You see, in America, we have two types of people that either embrace their Second Amendment or they don't quite embrace their Second Amendment, like this guy.
Okay, put the finger on the trigger and fire when you're ready.
Oh my gosh, bro, do you even operate?
That's no.
But there's two sides of this coin, Tyler. There's other awesome sauce people like this.
Ready?
Ready. Thanks for joining us on The Course Correct. We do have a confession. It's I'm a little nervous to say it. We have a confession to you, and it's this that we are Second Amendment supporters.
Oh, I love guns. I love long guns. I love short guns. I love big guns. I love baby guns.
Yes,
I
sir.
like potato guns too.
I love anything that shoots freedom seeds. Insert picture here.
No, seriously, I love guns. I love shooting guns. I love going to the range.
Me too.
I started off with a BB gun. My dad told me how to shoot it properly, not flag anybody. Always, look at your target. Don't point it down. Don't point it in front of anybody. Don't flag anybody.
And keep your stinking finger out of the trigger until you are ready to fire.
Exactly. Know your safety too. And I also, after the BB gun, he said, "Okay, now it's your turn to go shoot a pistol." So we went down this very long road. With nobody nearby, very safe.
How was it your first time? Because I didn't even hit the target my first
time.
I
Completely missed. I shot a Ruger pistol and completely missed my target. I said, okay, I'm going to aim a little bit better.
Did it scare you as much as it scared me?
Not really. I had hearing protection on, but it was...
How old were you? How old were you?
I'd say 8 or 9, something like that.
Was it a 22?
It's a 22 Ruger pistol.
Well, that's probably why mine was a 9. It scared the living daylights out of me. And I looked, that thing jumped. I think I was maybe 12. That thing scared the crap out of me. And I think that's healthy. It should be, respected.
A healthy degree of respect for firearms is required.
Because they are powerful tools, and it could end somebody's life, whether it's a good person's life or a bad person's life. And that's the whole premise of the Second Amendment, right? It's all about we have a right to protect ourselves and our community. And so the brilliance of the Founding Fathers making that the Second Amendment, because it protects all the other amendments, guys.
It protects against tyranny as well.
Ultimately, tyranny, it protects against. You are correct. But I just love the brilliance that it's the second, not the first, right? We use the first one with our ideas, right? We want to, that's kind of like why we started this channel.
Why we're doing this. We want to combat the bad ideas with good ideas.
Yes, and that's ultimately what it's all about. And violence is a last resort.
Very last resort, especially today.
Yes.
Today, so our government is not going to, be tyrannical as they were fighting in the 1770s.
Well,
for sure.
we already had a revolution. Let's not have another one. All you people calling for it, I don't think you really think through.
Or a second civil war. Get that.
No, gosh, please, man.
No.
These people, they romanticize it, but they don't know what they ask for, and we condemn them, and we think you're foolish. And so we just want. I don't know. I love the Second Amendment. I wish other people would appreciate it as much as me. We have so many people.
It's demonized today. So much.
Oh, between like the Hollywood elites and academia and even mainstream media. I mean,
it's born out of fear. They don't understand it. They don't understand how to properly shoot. They haven't been taken out to the range. The guy at the beginning of the clip, he was very scared after firing one round from an AR-15. There's barely any recoil.
No,
on that.
there is no recoil in that, and then you cry about it. And
but you have hearing protection on. As long as you have your eyes and ears on, you have a safety officer with you, instructing you how to properly use it. You should be fine.
Absolutely.
Don't fear this tool.
But when you fear it and you don't know it, then you end up with people like this.
I believe in the ban of all guns. I don't think it's necessary for civilians to carry around firearms and things that can kill people in an instant of a second.
So let me sum this up for you. Civilians don't have the right to defend themselves?
Yes.
What's up with that?
Yes, that's basically what they expect. So you should be wealthy enough to afford a security detail like our wonderful
armed police escort or something.
Yes, like politicians or celebrities or all these people who can just have people follow them around with guns to protect them. You see, for us, the common man that you disregard, we are first responders. Whether you like it or not, you are the first responder.
Sometimes police aren't going to be able to get there right away. You can call 911 and run away, but you have to be able to defend yourself. If you're backed into a corner, you have to be able to defend yourself quickly.
There's times when it takes them hours to respond. That's why that's why we carry firearms, because police officers are too heavy. Ultimately, I don't want problems with anybody. In fact, I don't ever want to pull it out. I don't ever want to use it. I pray to God I don't ever have to use it.
Ever.
But the fact of the matter is we know evil exists. And by trying to say, hey, you people should not be able to carry firearms, all you're doing is hurting us, the good guys.
But there's people that take it even further, like this lady here.
I just want you on the camera.
Yes, a gun ban is absolutely what's necessary. I think that we need to start from scratch with the whole gun issue. We have people who think that it's okay to kill an intruder into their house. People, if a intruder in your house came before a judge, they would not get the death penalty. Wouldn't happen. So we need to have a whole different mindset reset.
So clearly she doesn't understand the laws of nature. If I were to walk into a bear den or a lion's den, it wouldn't turn out too well for me.
If it was a bear, it'd probably greet you with like a Coca-Cola, right?
Or a nice big hug.
Hey, I'm a nice bear.
No, it'd end up like The Revenant. I would be mauled.
Dude, have you seen that movie?
Oh my gosh.
Like, holy moly.
That messed him up, and he was in the snow. It was really cold. Oh my gosh. Ugh.
So what applies to nature applies to human. That's what essentially he's saying. If we can see it in nature, then certainly we as humans should be able to follow through with that as well. We have our home. We have private property. We have a right to protect our private property. And by you saying we don't have that right, well, listen, if you
we can't shoot intruders through our house.
If you don't want to own a firearm, have fun. But you saying that we can't now, it becomes very, very problematic, because I choose to protect not only myself, but my family, my community, and the stuff that I work for. I work hard for myself. I don't want it stolen.
That's all in the Second Amendment. And I ask you, history nerd, why did the founders put it in the Constitution?
Oh, man. So, because it was like, wow. So the main reason why is actually pulled from the Bible, believe it or not. Luke 22:36. I don't have it memorized, but I can kind of
forgive you for that. It's okay.
Yes, I will. I should have it memorized, but I can paraphrase it. Basically, when the founders were reading through history as they're making the Constitution, they understood the importance of having the right to self-protection because of the Bible. What the Bible says in Luke 22:36 is the Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ, is telling his disciples, listen, we're going on this journey. It's going to be a dangerous journey. All of you guys, you're clothes, but nobody has swords. So some of you guys need to sell your robes and go ahead and buy swords. And basically the summary is, it's better to be naked or more close to naked and armed than clothed than unarmed. And then they came with two swords. They're like, here are two swords. And Jesus Christ says, that is enough. So it's like, if the Prince of Peace is telling you to be armed.
Saying it's okay to defend yourself. Okay.
Because there's a difference between killing and murder, right? Murder is, we don't do that. You don't.
Committed by evil people.
Yeah, the Ten Commandments say do not murder. But Christ is basically saying killing is okay because self-defense that's justified. It is okay to protect yourself.
And evil will commit acts of evil with tools such as a kitchen knife.
Oh, that's why you had all those stuff on the table. I like this one.
Oh, the wrench.
The wrench. So, yes. I mean, these are tools, right? So
tools. They sit there on the table. They haven't hurt anybody. They haven't jumped up and smacked us in the face or stabbed us or hit me in the head with a hammer.
But evil people will kill no matter what. Now, you might say, but it's easier to kill with a gun. The fact of the matter is we don't blame the gun for the evil itself. You can't I gotta put this down. You can't legislate morality, okay? You can't literally, by trying to get rid of guns, you're saying we can legislate morality, we can make people good. That's not going to happen. The founders understood that, and that's why they understood human nature as fundamentally flawed. And so they said, they have to be able to protect themselves, so that way they have the ability of self-preservation.
For the good people to be able to protect themselves. So we take away the Second Amendment. What happens to all the bad people out there? There's still going to be bad people that are going to commit crimes using tools.
Exactly.
Such as this, or weapons of war, as you call them.
They're not going to be like, oh, darn. Oh, we can't buy guns off the black market anymore. I mean, they're still going to do it. But wait, I got to ask you, viewer, what would you do? If somebody came into your house in the middle of the night, or maybe it's like, let's say it's like 8 o'clock in the evening, they busted down your door, you're watching Netflix. Would you ask them to please take their shoes off and greet them with cookies? Or would you make them say hello to your little friend? I mean, I know all three of us, we would make them say hello to our little friends. We didn't want that. We didn't invite that. But we have a right to our property.
Castle doctrine, right?
Castle law, yeah.
Castle
and
law,
that goes back to England. So that was like pre-America. Like, you have a right to defend what is your property in your house. Nobody is forcing a criminal to say, all right, let's go break into this house. That is their choice. You make your bed, now lie in it, right? So
right. Hey, give us a thumbs up if you support the Second Amendment.
Yes, we know you do, because there's a lot of new gun owners, especially this
Yes.
last year. There was
Oh
like
my
17 million guns bought last year because of COVID. So I think, well, hey, listen, if you're a new gun owner, welcome. If you're an experienced gun owner, I think it's really important as a firearms instructor myself, train with your tools, because we want to
Keep practicing.
Yeah, don't let this be something that you just buy and throw in your drawer, because you want to maximize the efficiency with your tools, right? You can't just pick up a hammer and just start hammering away. It actually takes skill. It takes time to know how to master it. Firearms are the same way, guys. And so, hey, I'm going to tell you what I tell all my students and other people: train with your tools. Become familiar with them. So that way we can be safe and we can properly protect our community and our loved ones. And so that's why we wanted to make this video, because we love the Second Amendment and we love the fact that we get to protect ourselves. It's awesome.
Our families, our loved ones. It's great. Guns are great to take to the range, and they're great to have in case you need it.
Yes, as a last resort. Better to have it and then need it than need it and not have it.
Exactly.
Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yes, you nailed it.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, thanks for staying with us.
Thanks for watching.
And
Appreciate
we
it.
will see you very soon.